What's going on YouTube? This is Instant Poison, and today we've got some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. This is Team Tactical Demolition on Crash. It's probably one of the fastest Demolition games I'm ever going to put up. We just run through them in the second round. I'm pretty sure we blow up both bomb sites pretty much as quick as possible. But I'm not going to talk about the gameplay today. I want to talk about this idea that I had a while ago while I was trying to fall asleep. For any of you that don't know, all of my great ideas come lying in bed into the endless hours of the night when I probably should be sleeping. But I started to think of the idea of how people learn, how people gain knowledge, how people come up with concepts. I started to think about all these great philosophers, all these great scientists that we hear of, you know, Einstein's, Tesla's, Plato's, Aristotle's, all these people that we've heard that have these great philosophical ideas and these just vast amounts of knowledge running through them, and why other people can't grasp them. Why can't we all be Albert Einstein? Why can't we all understand the same things that he does? I start to think about how people learn and how people come to understand. And in my school, in the English department of my school, we have this thing called multiple intelligence projects. And essentially what they are is they give students the opportunity to answer a question or convey an idea in something that the school normally wouldn't allow. Outside of an essay, outside of a presentation, a poster, anything like that, you can do essentially whatever you want as long as it answers the question in your unique way. And, you know, I have seen some impressive projects in the years of going to my school, and it just goes to show that people can learn and understand things in ways outside of convention. So I started to think about exactly how we are taught, how we learn, and, you know, we sit in a classroom, we take notes, we get a teacher to tell us things. That's normally how we learn, is through communication or through example. But I started to think about the idea that language and its influence on being able to understand. The human language is such a complex language. It's often actually said that it's one of the most difficult languages to learn, which I kind of believe, because it has such complexity to it. It has so many words to it, and it just keeps growing every single day. More words, more complexity. So I started to think about other people and how they understand concepts. I started to think about people, you know, in China who, not to be stereotypical, but they tend to have higher IQs, higher work ethics, more knowledge running through their population than that of North America. And obviously they speak a different language. A lot of them speak English, but it's not their first language. So I started to wonder, you know, what effect that might have on understanding concepts, because often what happens in schools or in communication is people don't necessarily get lost in the concept itself, but get lost in how it's being given to them, how it's being presented. Some people cannot sit in a classroom, have a boring, fat, 50-year-old teacher bitch at them every 5 minutes and explain something to them, and they will never understand. They won't grasp it. They don't learn that way. So I started to wonder that maybe it's not necessarily just the boring presentation of sitting in a classroom. It's actually the language itself, and how people listening through the English language, although it sounds silly because we speak English and we do understand, somewhere it gets lost. And just the way that's being described isn't helping us to understand. And the difficult part for me to grasp in all this was that if you were to speak another language, would it be easier? Well, I'm not sure, because I don't speak another language, and there's no way for me to speak another language. If I was to learn another language and learn concepts in that, it wouldn't be the same, because subconsciously I would be translating that language back into English. Even as fluent as I got in it, if I learned Spanish and as good as I got speaking Spanish, still subconsciously I would translate it back to English, and it would never be the same. My ideas, my values are based on English. So it's almost uncomparable. But it's a thought I had, kept me awake for about 20 minutes, you know, just wondering if other concepts could be easier to understand if it wasn't for the barrier of communication. That's just a thought I had, kept me awake for a bit, wanted to do a commentary on it, haven't done a commentary for a while. Post a comment, you know, I want to hear what you guys think. That might have been confusing as could be listening to that. Again, probably because I can't convey the idea that I wanted to. Anyways, that's the game. Final score 25-2. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe. See you guys.